For being here today. I want to welcome you and look forward to hearing your thoughts on how we can enhance safety on our nation's pipeline network. As a Texan, I represent Dallas. I'm proud to be serving on this subcommittee as I understand the importance of the oil and gas industry to our state's economy. And the energy industry employs thousands of Texans, and across the state, we are doing a lot to power this country and also to make us an exporter now as well. And I also understand the great importance of ensuring the safe operation of pipelines and pipeline facilities. We've talked a lot about that today, of course. Last year, there were several troubling pipeline incidents in Texas, including one in Dallas, just outside of my district. Ms. Hamandi, I understand the NTSB is currently investigating a February 2018 natural gas explosion in Dallas, right outside my district, that killed a 12-year-old girl and injured 4 others. According to the NTSB's preliminary report, more than 300 residences were evacuated due to a number of gas pipeline leaks in that neighborhood. Can you walk me through what the investigation has found so far and provide a timeline for when the NTSB will issue a final report on the investigation?
Sure, and I just want to extend our deepest condolences to that family. Who sadly lost a 12-year-old, and the remaining 4 members were injured. As a mother of an 11-year-old, I can't imagine the pain and what they're experiencing. But as you mentioned, the accident occurred on February 23rd, 2018. Our preliminary report was issued on March 23rd. It is still under investigation. Odor reports and activity by Atmos in the neighborhood indicated that leaks were first detected almost 2 months prior to the explosion. Atmos was performing work on pipelines just prior to the incidents. While on scene, NTSB investigators identified 3 sections of pipe which failed a pressure test. One was behind the residence where the explosion occurred, and it had a circumferential crack in the pipe. Atmos has claimed in some recent articles that the rupture was due to heavy rain and soil composition. So the NTSB contracted with the Army Corps of Engineers to take soil samples and conduct geological testing. We did that in San Bruno as well to rule out seismic activity. The report on that from the Army Corps of Engineers is due on April 30th. We intend to open the public docket on this incident at the end of June and issue a report shortly thereafter. In general, we're looking at pipeline operations, the adequacy of Atmos's energy integrity management program, human performance, their safety management system if they had one, and the adequacy of emergency response.
Well, thank you. And my wife and I just had a baby as well, and I can't imagine being in your home and having that happen and losing a child like that. There's been a lot of talk today about PHMSA's unimplemented safety provisions, and I'm interested if there are any specific provisions that you think would have prevented or reduced the likelihood of this particular incident.
It's a great question. It's one that I can't answer yet because the investigation is still ongoing, but I can tell you that our staff at the NTSB, I've only been there 7.5 months, but I've worked with the NTSB for many, many years, which is why I wanted to go there. The staff is incredible, so I will tell you that if there is a recommendation that needs to be issued to ensure safety and address what occurred in Dallas, it will be issued.
Well, thank you so much, and I appreciate your comments. I yield back.
Chair will now recognize Mr. Payne for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.